Snezhnaya will release in just a few months, so let's go over everything we currently know about the last nation of Teyvat. Snezhnaya is a land of endless winter storms. Nadia mentions that blizzards can last for an entire month, and despite the danger, its people still look up at the sky and feel grateful to be alive. Tartaglia even says that if you stop moving outside, you would literally freeze to death. From what we've seen, Snezhnaya could be located north of Fontaine, especially since those two Fontanian mountains appeared in the teaser. Snezhnograd is the capital city of Snezhnaya. It's described as a beautiful place with a brilliant night sky and constant snowfall. Flynn's mentions that it has recently become highly industrialized, and we've already seen trains in the teaser. The city is also protected by something called Kresnik's torch, which keeps the area warm against the snowstorms. However, we still don't know what powers all of this. Just like Fontaine has Arki, Natlan has Phlogiston, and Nadkrai has Kuvaki, Snezhnaya likely has its own unique energy source that allows it to sustain such advanced technology. Snezhnograd is home to a number of Snowland Fae, although not as many as in places like Novokateshgrad. Novokateshgrad is known for its liquor and mining industry, and it has a strong presence of these Fae. Another location we know is Morpisak, a small seaside village where Tartaglia and his family come from. Then there's Port Belavodie, which serves as the main port of Snezhnaya. And above all of this stands the Zapolyarny Palace, where the Cryo Archon resides. The Tsaritsa, also known as Anastasia Feodorovna Snezhnaya, is the current Cryo Archon and ruler of the nation. Before her, there was the Belyi Tsar, Monomach Snezhny, who was likely one of the Snowland Fae and the first Cryo Archon after the Archon War. As a Fae, he is implied to have discriminated against humans. However, after visiting the ruins of Hyperborea, his perspective changed. He learned that humans and Fae once lived together, and that the Fae themselves may have been created by humans using ancient forbidden technology tied to Koitar, the first angel. Hyperborea was eventually destroyed by Celestia for rebelling against the heavens, and around this time, the Belyi Tsar began seeking a way to overturn the heavenly order and create an eternal paradise, an Elysium. According to a folktale, the Belyi Tsar had a younger brother known as the King of Midsummer Oak, whom he loved deeply. However, a tragic quarrel led to him accidentally killing his brother, and in his grief, his domain became covered in an unending winter. The Tsaritsa later succeeded him during the Cataclysm, after he died in a conflict with the Abyss. During the Belyi Tsar's rule, the Snowland Fae served as the nobility of Snezhnaya. However, after the Tsaritsa took power, many of these Fae refused to acknowledge her as their ruler. Some avoided her entirely, while others, like the Dalagrad clan, cut ties with Snezhnograd. At the same time, humans, who had long suffered under the Fae aristocracy, took advantage of this shift and rose against them. In response, the Tsaritsa established the Fatui, with Piero as its first member and leader. Through the Fatui, she launched campaigns against Fae-controlled regions, accusing them of negligence and rebellion, and stripped them of their noble status. After stabilizing Snezhnaya, she introduced major reforms. She weakened the political power of the Fae by forcing them to relinquish their princely titles. She strengthened the Fatui by ordering the construction of a new fortress near Snezhnograd called Glupov. And she replaced the Fae aristocracy with the Snezhnograd Veche, an administrative body led by a human, Ivanovna N, also known as Mage J of the Hexen Circle. The Tsaritsa is now collecting the Gnoses of the 7 Archons in an effort to challenge the heavenly principles. During a meeting of the Shades, Ronova suggested intervening after learning of her plans. At the same time, she is overseeing something called Project Stuzha. While its details remain unknown, it is linked to Mistiltine, a legendary cursed sword. The name Stuzha itself means intense frost, suggesting that this project may involve something on a massive, possibly world-altering scale. The Tsaritsa is often described in 2 completely different ways. Some see her as cold and stern, while others describe her as gentle and compassionate, as if she has hidden her true emotions beneath an icy exterior.
Her Royal Highness, the Tsaritsa, is actually a gentle soul. Too gentle, in fact. And that's why she had to harden herself. Likewise, she declared war against the whole world only because she dreams of peace.
The first time I sang in the gardens of Zapolyarny Palace, the the Tsaritsa happened to pass by. She stood there, silent and motionless, like a statue with no expression carved onto the face. For a moment, I felt as if she wanted to say something to me, but she never did. She seals her emotions beneath thick sheets of ice. The outside world sees but one side of who she is, that of the Tsaritsa. If the answers I sought rest on the moon, perhaps hers lie buried in snow and ice.
Interestingly, many of the Snowland Fae who gave up their noble titles now live peacefully across Snezhnaya and are said to be grateful for her mercy. There are several types of Snowland Fae in Snezhnaya, including the Vila, Domovoy, Leshy, Volkudlak, Snegovic, and Jack Frosts. There are also rarer types such as Lantern Fae, Sirens, and Augury Birds. Characters like Flynn's, Linnea, and Viliana belong to these groups, giving us a glimpse into the diversity of life in this region. Snezhnaya's technology is far more advanced than that of the other nations. The Fatui military stands out as the only known human faction where all members are capable of using elemental powers. Alice has also mentioned that Snezhnaya is filled with massive factories producing a wide range of items not seen anywhere else in Teyvat. The Fatui Harbingers, especially Dottore, are known for creating extremely complex machines, all of which are funded by Pantalone. Pantalone plays a key role in Snezhnaya's economy. Despite being born into poverty and never receiving a vision, he rose to become one of the most influential figures in the nation. His resentment toward the gods and their control over resources led him to pursue the idea of fair exchange, aiming to reverse the imbalance between gods and humans. He is even working toward replacing Mora with a new currency that would be controlled by humans. His partnership with Dottore only strengthens this vision. Interestingly, the Adventurers Guild also has its headquarters in Snezhnaya, and there are rumors that it may actually function as an extension of the Snezhnograd Veche beyond the nation's borders. So yeah, Snezhnaya isn't just another region we're going to explore. It really feels like the point where everything starts to connect. But at the same time, it might also raise even bigger questions. What exactly is the Tsaritsa planning with all these Gnoses? What is Project Stuzha really about? And how far is she willing to go to challenge the heavenly principles? And then there's something more personal. Do you think we'll finally see Signora's grave in Snezhnaya? Or is there still more to her story that we don't know yet? Let me know what you think about Snezhnaya and everything we talked about. I really want to hear your theories on this, especially about the Tsaritsa's true goal.